The 2021 Knox County graduations are brought to you by the following supporters: Humana, Knox Teachers Federal Credit Union, Knox County Schools, All Occasions Party Rentals, Denso, Pepsi, Pilot, and our title sponsor, Enrichment Federal Credit Union.
Please remain standing for the presentation of colors and the national anthem.
Good morning, Falcon Nation. Before we begin, I would ask each senior, you guys can be seated. Before we begin, I would ask each senior to consider how your experiences this past year have impacted you and recall all that you have to be thankful for. Your ability to fight through unprecedented adversity will only make you stronger. And I want to remind you of your calling as Falcons to go forth to serve. If everyone would please join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. And to you, the class of 2021, I recognize that your senior year may not have gone as planned. Let's change some of that today, this morning, and let's have a great ceremony. You have shown great resilience in the midst of uncertain times, and you deserve this moment. And good morning to our friends, family, and honored guests. This is an important day, a historic day for which we have all been waiting. It is my privilege to welcome you, the class of 2021. Today is a special occasion for our graduates. It is a time to cheer, scream, and yell proudly. It is also a time to respect every graduate and all our parents and families. Please do not scream or yell during the speeches or when another student is being recognized. And in that light, we're going to put 24 seconds up on the clock. 24 is a significant number at Fulton High School. Even on days like today, we will never forget Xavion. So we're going to put 24 seconds on the clock. When the clock starts, I encourage you to scream, yell, do your thing. Ready? Go! Thank you. In a moment, you will hear from 3 of our seniors. Each speaker was asked to reflect upon and share their experiences at Fulton High School over the last 4 years. In addition to their reflections, they were asked to share their hopes and aspirations for the class as they head off into the future. Today, we will hear from Cedric Roach, Autumn Manning, and Dylan Tipton. I appreciate your focus and attention as you listen to the words of your fellow classmates. Now I would like to introduce you to our valedictorian, Abby Diggs, who will welcome today's guest and also introduce you to the commencement speakers for today's ceremony.
It is my privilege to recognize several guests for today's ceremony. First, I would like to recognize Mr. Robert Thomas, Superintendent of Knox County Schools, Mayor Glenn Jacobs, Ms. Jennifer Owen, School Board Member, and Ms. Ronnie Chandler, Executive Director of Project Grad Knoxville. Finally, we welcome our families and friends to this exciting celebration. As a senior class, we are pleased to sit before you and thank you for the love, support, encouragement, and help that has brought us to this place of accomplishment. We sincerely hope you enjoy this graduation as a symbol of achievement and hope for an incredible future.
Since I'm going first, it is my honor to welcome the class of 2021, and of course, make the obligatory statement, congratulations. This day marks a day of celebration. Celebration of our progress as students, our progress as friends, and our progress as people. To some, it may represent a sigh of relief that this chapter of our lives has come to a close and that it is time to move on. For others, it may be a frightening time, where we must decide what to do next and take that leap of faith into a new frontier. To others, it may be a moment of strength, where they have finally proven their naysayers wrong. To me, however, this day is a celebration of pride. Throughout my elementary, and even more so my middle school years, the only school I could ever see myself going to was Fulton High School. My parents had graduated from here, along with my great-grandfather, so it had just felt right. My friends at the time, people who I believed had my best interest at heart, questioned me. They claimed I was only going to be a part of the football program. They argued that the school was somehow inherently dangerous. They would ask, why would you want to go to Fulton? Wouldn't you rather stay here with your friends? Or why would you ever go to that ghetto school? I found the final statement particularly upsetting. Describing Fulton High School as this is a disgusting generalization. To make such a statement undersells the community we have present here. The teachers, students, administration, and staff all hold great pride in this building. Everyone who's a part of this community holds this building so close to their heart. The work that is put in by the faculty to not just educate students, but to form bonds with them and empower them is immeasurable. We give our all here, each and every person proud to be Falcons. Sadly, that pride does not always carry over into the public. I've heard too many stories of teachers telling someone they work at Fulton, and they're met with a backwards remark, or even worse, and I'm sorry. They could never understand what actually happens here. To describe Fulton High School in this way is To describe Fulton High School in such a derogatory way is to ignore the abundance of opportunity present here. The fact that we have the ability to receive a free college education by simply being students here shows that this school is special compared to those around us. That doesn't even include additional benefits programs like Project Grad provide students. Those who don't know this school don't take time to inform themselves on things like this. All they do is jump to conclusions based on the demographics and our location. The point of all this is that Fulton High School is a beautiful school, filled with some of the brightest minds, the strongest wills, and the most compassionate spirits I have ever seen. We have such a diverse, tight-knit, and ambitious community that can and will get through anything. This class, the class of 2021, is the biggest example of that perseverance. Through unexpected hardships, through pandemics, and through national uprisings, we have stood the test of time and have come out the better for it. I have met some of my best friends here and made bonds I want to last for the rest of my life personally. When I first began attending here, I was so quickly accepted as a friend. People who were once strangers have now become my best friends, and I know many of you all have had a similar experience. For each of these reasons, I am proud to be a Fulton High School graduate, proud to be a Falcon, and proud to come from a place outsiders may misunderstand, but a place I would call home. To the class of 2021, please heed my words now. You are strong, you are loved, and you are extraordinary. You have already entered to learn, and now it is time for you to go forth and to serve. You have been taught by the best there is. Carry your pride with you along the way, whether it be in your achievements, your relationships, or your own personal growth. Be proud to have come from a place like Fulton. Thank you.
Class of 2021. As you look around, you see classmates you've known since elementary school, middle school, or maybe you just met them your freshman year. No matter how long we have known each other, we have become family. These are the people we have spent 8 hours a day, 5 days a week with for the past 4 years, or maybe even more. Over the years, we've watched each other at our highest highs and lowest lows. We've watched each other grow into the ambitious people we are today. For some of us, today will be the last time we ever see each other. And for others, the relationships made at Fulton will persevere for years to come. All of us have unique paths we are taking. While some will go to college, others will attend trade school, and some of us will be entering the workforce. No matter where we go after we leave here, we will all take valuable lessons we have learned from attending Fulton High School. There are 3 main lessons that I will take away as I leave today. The first lesson I will take away is from being a member of the Key Club the past 4 years. Through this organization, I have learned the importance of service to the community. It is through service that I have truly discovered my love for people and giving back to the community that has given so much to me. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?" As we enter this new season of life, this question is an important one to consider when thinking about the community that has guided us to this point. It is from service to the community I have found my fulfillment and my purpose. As I enter the world, I want to give back to those around me. I want to encourage you to think about how you plan to give back. The second thing being a student at Fulton has made me aware of is the change that needs to take place in the world. Teachers are not only fighting for academic success, but also fighting for a better future for their students. It was Miss Abbott and Miss Kennard who stood by me and my peers at a climate change rally. Mr. O'Neill and Miss Christie who walked beside us at a Black Lives Matter protest, and so many teachers who encouraged us to participate in a walkout against gun violence. Due to their example, we are now ready to go out and begin fighting for our own future. Reality is, the world we are entering is scary, and it is not perfect, but it doesn't have to stay that way. We need to brace the change that needs to take place. I know by standing up for what I believe in, I can make a difference. We all can. There is good in the world, and we need to be the one who brings more of it. I know by using my voice for good, it will not always be easy, but always worth it. Staying silent not only hurts you, but you are also letting down so many around you. The third lesson being at Fulton has taught me is the importance of showing kindness to everyone you come in contact with. Attending Fulton, you are able to meet all kinds of people from different backgrounds. For many students, Fulton is a safe place where they feel loved. You never know what battle a student is facing at home. By walking in love and kindness every day, you are able to make someone feel safe and seen. If you are making one person smile, then you are able to make a difference. I encourage all of you to think back to your time at Fulton. What are the lessons you will take away? Over the past 4 years, we have all learned unique lessons that have prepared us for the world we are stepping into. It is my hope for all of you that you are always looking for ways to serve those around you, stand up for what you believe in, and walk in love every day. I also want to take this time to thank the people that have supported me these past 4 years. First, I want to thank my parents, grandparents, and sister for always walking through my battles with me and cheering me on in my success. I want to especially thank my sister, Gracie. I would not be here today without you. You are the person I did this all for. I want to also thank my church and small group who have continuously prayed for me and my success. Some teachers I would like to thank: Ms. Boland for being my personal therapist and always listening to me no matter how crazy the situation. Mr. Eckert for believing in me and my potential more than any other teacher and potentially person ever has. And Mr. Leonard for always pushing me to accomplish my goals. And so many more. Lastly, my amazing friends that have become my family and have made my high school experience all worth it. I love you all. We all have people in our lives that have made this day possible, through supporting us on our toughest days to pushing us to be our best. Today, consider who you would like to thank for helping you make this day possible. Now, look around one more time. We survived high school. It's time for us to leave and step into the purpose we all have for our life. Bishop T.D. Jakes says, "If you can't figure out your purpose, figure out your passion, for your passion will lead you straight to your purpose." For me, my passion is giving back to others, seeing the joy an act of service brings. I pray that you are all able to fully live out your passions and discover your purpose. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2021, I would like to thank all of our teachers and staff for making this event that we have all worked so hard for possible, for giving so much time and effort in making our campus an environment to learn and grow. I would also like to thank our parents, or any mentor we've had, for supporting us through our endeavors and continuing to encourage us to keep accomplishing our goals, no matter the problems that present themselves. Throughout high school, we talk about goals and what we want for our future, and everything we'll have to do to achieve that future. But before we can overcome adversity, we must fail. Theoretical physicist Albert Einstein said, "I've tried 99 times and have failed, but on the 100th time came success." What this means to me is that just because you fail today doesn't mean you will fail tomorrow. And if you do fail tomorrow, you must persevere until you find success. We are all defined by the choices we make, and having goals is a choice. Choosing to give up on having goals is the easiest way to quit on yourself and everything and how you want your life to be. Because quitting can stem from failure. And when you quit, it's only because you failed, and you can't accept the fact that you might fail again. Now, I want you to ask yourself, can I really afford to quit? Can you withstand the emotional weight you will cause yourselves and others that quitting ensures? We have the choice to try again and pursue that which we want most. I also encourage you to embrace criticism. Become fluent and fluid with it. It's scary, I know. It makes us vulnerable. But get as much criticism as you can and use it like a tool. Our fear of criticism breeds fear of failure, but redirecting that criticism will lead us to success. Now, obviously today, we're all here to celebrate the fruitful joy that is our graduation, and it is pretty exciting. We've been working for many years to get here, but we only got here with the support of others. I would like to recognize those supporters: our parents, grandparents, mentors, siblings, friends, and most importantly, our teachers. When we leave this stadium today, we should not forget those who got us here. And maybe the last time we see our educators who have inspired us to pursue knowledge, competence, and virtue for a very long time. Now, those of you who know me personally know I have never been perfect on paper. But I don't think I'd be as insightful and as perceptive as I am today if it wasn't for my teachers and my peers. I had a good time in high school. And I remember the first day walking to class with a comb-over, maroon polo, a JanSport backpack, and Sperry's. You and I have changed a lot since that day. Today we look at the world more differently than 4 years ago. Our simple freshman vision of what high school might be like is now more complex, with a realistic understanding of how we want our lives to be. Today we better understand that hard work pays off. And today I would never get caught wearing Sperry's with a comb-over. I am truly grateful to everyone who has been a part of my high school experience. Our junior and senior years have been trying, uncertain, and unexpected. With 173 million confirmed cases of coronavirus worldwide, unprecedented deforestation around the globe, from the Brazilian rainforest to the Australian outback, and a steady trend of over 1,000 African Americans dying in police custody annually. It's hard to feel so happy here in this moment when so many people around the world are hurting. As young people who are graduating and going into the world, who see the world differently than those beside us, who know that modern problems require modern solutions, we have an opportunity to make an impact on what worldly legacy we inherited yesterday. Oh, geez. I'm so sorry. Let's see, where should I start? We have an opportunity to make an impact on what worldly legacy we inherited yesterday. We cannot quit because progress comes with time. And if you do quit, you have wasted your time, and that is something you will never get back. The only way to change our future is to heal our present, and that is something that we can do. Now, before I conclude, I would like to leave you with one word: relax. Take a deep breath and look around, because we have accomplished an insane achievement. We got here, and from this point on, our lives start, and we have a lot of living left to do. So don't forget to relax, and always make time for yourself, because if you get stuck worrying about what might happen later, you're going to miss everything that's happening right now. I'm grateful for the time you all have given me, and I'm looking forward to the next few minutes of this ceremony where we enter the world as high school graduates. Thank you for who you are. Much love, good luck, and congratulations on this major accomplishment. I will catch you on the flip side.
Mr. Smith, as the valedictorian, it is my great honor to present to you the class of 2021. My fellow classmates have worked hard to get to this moment, and I know they all eagerly await the awarding of their diplomas. So at this time, Mr. Smith, I give you the class of 2021.
Mr. Thomas, these members of the class of 2021 have worked hard over the past 4 years to amass the credits necessary to earn a diploma from Knox County Schools. This class, with dignity and grace, has helped to continue the tradition of excellence at Fulton High School. That is why it is with great pleasure that I present the class of 2021 to you for your recognition. Having examined and confirmed all records, these students gathered here today are eligible and worthy to receive their diplomas from Knox County Schools. Please notice that several students have been recognized for additional accomplishments with stoles or cords. Students graduating with honors and/or distinction are wearing a silver cord. Students who have earned an industry certification are wearing a purple cord. Students eligible for the AP Capstone Diploma are wearing a sky blue cord. Students who are being awarded the Project Grad Scholarship are wearing a Project Grad stole. And members of the National Honor Society are wearing an NHS stole and blue and gold cords. Additionally, our valedictorian and salutatorian are wearing gold sashes, and members of the top 10% are recognized with their names in bold print in our program. We are proud of these students for their commitment and dedication to their education and personal growth. Mr. Thomas, I present to you the students of the class of 2021.
Will the top 10% please stand to be recognized?
Give it up. I'm going to lose the phone, right? Yeah.
Abby Elizabeth Diggs, valedictorian with a GPA of 4.47, graduating with honors and distinction. Anthony Damian De Leon Mata, salutatorian with a GPA of 4.40, graduating with honors and distinction. The remaining top 10% will be announced in order of rank. Cedric Elwood Roach, Jr. Lily Etta Lawson. Adrian Moda Gutierrez. Anaya Marche Matthews. Destiny Lusk. Rabona Esperance. Thomas Maxwell Sweat. Nathan Eric Moss. Autumn Cheyenne Manning. Tariq Khaled Ahmed. Bergen Lysette Mickey. Ayana Yvette Jones. Alexander Enrique Gaspar Manuel. Kennedy Taylor Hall. Mackenzie Ball.
Congratulations. I'll probably just give them a little.
The Fulton Health Science students participating in today's ceremony have previously received special recognition for their many accomplishments by way of a virtual pinning ceremony. This year, 26 of our health science students completed industry certifications offered through our programs in nursing, diagnostic medicine, pharmacology, and emergency medical services. Specifically, we would like to recognize Destiny Lusk and Kiesia Safel for earning her CNA certification. Angelica Andres Francisco, Ophelia Gaspar, Josiah Jones, Aaliyah Martin, and Cynthia Vallartes Funes are scheduled to take their CNA exams as well. Angelina Francisco Andres. DeAndrea Latrice Bush. Macy Michelle Cheek. Elvin Verone Davidson III. Angelica Maria DeClet. Genesis de Jesus Torres. Taylor Brooke Ellis. Isaiah DeMarcus Fleming. Nivea Tiana Franklin. Ophelia Mateo Gaspar. Jamal Leondis Gaston Jr. Leah Jael Hall. Sunflower Curly Hernandez. Savannah Danielle Hill. Josiah Rayana Jones. Khadijah Tijuana Latham. Aaliyah Madison Martin. Esmeralda Martin Andres. Rosa Mateo Andres. Dakira Marche McGee.
Whoa, 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 diploma, let's go. Act like you know what you're doing. Right there. You're slowing the whole thing.
Esmeralda Mendez Martin. Elijah Juan Mostella.
Hey, you did it, bud. Hey.
Caleb Naira.
Congratulations. Action. There we go. Great job.
Catherine Perez Peraza. Chase Aaron Russell. Melisha Tate. Lisa Nicole Story. Shidasia Latea Taylor. Jalea Marie Teasley. Hannah Grace Tolbert. Cynthia Jacqueline Vardes Funes. Stephen Sandoval. Kiesia Janae Safel. Juana Esperanza Manuel Pedro. Alexis Nicole Lester. Oren R. Heatherly.
Congratulations.
The Fulton High School School of Communication students participating in today's ceremony have represented Fulton well in various activities within our school, our community, and we could not be prouder of these young men and women. These seniors have risen up to meet many unique challenges that were presented to them over these last years, but they have succeeded. We recognize their many accomplishments today, and we look forward to their future contributions to our community, our state, our nation, and our world. Zachary Logan Abner. Ethan Christian Akins. Dorothea Baffa-Carrera. Tariq Tyshawn Bowman. Stephen Darrell Bradley. Jonah Isaac Bridges. Jadarius Malik Brown. Justin Edward Butler. Ezekiel Lydell Cash. Riley Leanne Childress. Caitlin Starr Craig. Gustavo Angel Diego. Christopher Lane Farmer. Damian Randolph Farmer Jr.
How are you?
Thomas Felipe.
Congratulations.
Charlie Francisco Miguel. Carlos Manuel Gomez. Giselle Gamino.
Congratulations.
Ladarius D. Hall. Sonny Jesus Hernandez. Rain Hill. Alcie Mikkel Holloway. Jeremiah Jacob Householder. Isaiah Carl Hurley. Jaden Jenkins. Jordan Alicia Johnson. MacArthur McCovery IV. Shania Shamira McCoy. Stephen Zarek McKinley. Jocelyn Ixe Orta. Krishiv Patel.
Congratulations.
Jackson Lynn Powell. Taylor Lillian Ray.
Congratulations.
Jeffrey Allen Riddle.
Congratulations.
Jeremiah Robbins. Adrian Micaiah Roberson. Sebastian Obed Sebastian Martin. Latiana Lee Smith. Jayon Marquise Thomas. Cassandra Taylor Vaughn. Ruby Velasquez Ramirez. Kalel DeMarce Lawson. Carlos Lucas Francisco. Harrison Leon. The School of Skilled Professions at Fulton High School is proud to be represented by these exemplary 2021 graduates. Students in skilled professions are given the opportunity to study engineering, construction, or cosmetology to better prepare them for their next chapters. These students are ready to attend a post-secondary institution or join the workforce with the skills and knowledge acquired during their time at Fulton. We look forward to the great things that are going to be done by the students in skilled professions, as they will be the foundation of the Knoxville, Tennessee, and American community. Taylor L. Bennett. Garrett Lynn Brazelton. Justice Collins Brown. Dante Weston Bumby.
Congratulations.
Kevin Carroll. Bradley Christopher Chandler. Johan Duran Murillo. Tanner James Eddington. Joshua A. Eubanks. Evelyn Felipe Diaz. Keith Leonard Foster. Jonathan Joel Francis. Jaden Christopher Gillis. Donald E. Gilmore III. Damaja Nakila Gorley. Isaac Matthew Hardesty. Ashanti Lachey Hill.
Congratulations.
Charles Clark Hill. Jeremiah Bradley King. Zachariah Alexander Bamboo Langtim. Coy Eugene Lawson. Charles Blake Lindsay. Braylon Mack. Ty Jalen Mackerson. Eulalia Manuel Diego. Elizabeth Marie Markham. Shania Lanice Martin. Kevin Mahia Alvarenga. Jose Luis Miguel. Margarita Demesia Miguel. Douglas James Miller. Bella Camelia Miranda Diaz. Joseph Allen Mojica Rivera. Luis Morales Perez. Jada Reese Myers. Tyrell Nixon.
Congratulations.
Aisha Danielle Norris. Selena Vincenta Norris. Ariana Rain Robinson. Trace Walker Allen Saxton. Sarah Mae Sharp. Janaja Devon Slade. Samuel DeMonte Taylor. Dylan Earl Tipton. Lamaya Rashay Truitt. Darian Alexander Vehar. Ian Walker. Derek John Werkheiser. Esther Bernice Martinez. Dylan Griggs. Brandon Lee Klein. Emily Marie Justice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now performing the Fulton High School alma mater is Fulton High School's band director, David King. And on the tenor saxophone, we have Fulton seniors Mackenzie Ball and Kennedy Hall.
Class of 2021, having received your diplomas, it is my great honor to take that final step with you, turning our tassels to signify our graduation. Members of the senior class, you may now change your tassel. You are now graduates of Fulton High School. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. I want to start out. Thank you. Start out with just some closing comments. By first, to my right, I want to give a few words will not do justice. A shout out will not come close. So thank you. Honestly, doesn't really quite touch what the staff at Fulton High School overcame, worked towards, poured their heart and soul into this year. We talk about seniors overcoming adversity. As a staff, you continue to show up every day and fight for our kids. So let's give them a huge round of applause. Thank you. And seniors, the turning of the tassel is a time-honored tradition that marks the commencement of a new chapter in your lives. Today, you move from a student to an alumni of Fulton High School. All Falcons hold dear the motto we live by: enter to learn, go forth to serve. We celebrate the class of 2021 today, and we appreciate your hard work and dedication over the last 4 years. It is time for you to go forth to serve. To serve. There is no greater calling and no greater joy. Our city and our country needs you to lead, give back, love, and serve. And your time is now. I do want to recognize 3 seniors who will be entering the military after graduation. When I call your name, if you will please stand, and if audience, if you'll hold the applause till we get done. But these 3 individuals: Dylan Griggs, United States Marine Corps; Brandon Klein, United States Navy; and Zachariah Langton, the United States Marine Corps. Thank you for your decision to serve our country. You may be seated. And for all of you, wherever the road takes you from here, look to find your purpose and look for opportunities to give. And take a piece of Fulton High School with you wherever you go. The class of 2021 will always hold a special place in the storied history of Fulton High School. As Falcons fly high and soar above, see the big picture, and look for the right time to take risk. No task is too big, no task is too small. Look for the good in people and always put others above yourself. There is no service without sacrifice, no joy without pain, and no love without sorrow. Embrace your next steps and challenge yourself to be a little better each day. In closing, know that you will forever be a Fulton Falcon, and 2509 North Broadway will always be home. At this time, SLC principals, please make your way to your SLC to lead your graduates out. Teachers, please stand and move to line the walk in order to congratulate our graduates as they process out. Also, to all of our families, please allow 15 minutes for the graduates to retrieve their diploma and you can meet them in the parking lot behind the gym. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. If the class of 2021 will please stand at this time. Friends and family, please join me as we recognize our graduates of Fulton High School, the class of 2021.
Knox County graduations are brought to you by the following supporters: Humana, Knox Teachers Federal Credit Union, Knox County Schools, All Occasions Party Rentals, Denso, Pepsi, Pilot, and our title sponsor, Enrichment Federal Credit Union.